Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back for another Slim Sports interview. And as always, I'm your host, Jay Slim. And joining me today is not just one of, but probably my favorite running back that I have gotten to get on this podcast so far from my Northeast Tigers. So yes, I am biased here because I saw what he could do in person on the field. And whether it was in the run game or the receiving game, this guy can do it all at a high level. Now being able to live his dream at the Division I ranks for East Texas A&M. Ladies and gentlemen, 5'11" running back, Qua Middlebrooks. What's going on, Qua?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, excited to get you on. I've had a lot of your teammates on already this season. You've seen some of their interviews come out already, and they did a great job. And I kid you not, it seemed like every single one of them recommended you to be on the podcast. And I've been trying to get you on since the beginning as well. So
Yeah.
I agreed with them from day one. And you have done a tremendous job throughout the past couple of years, being able to be a part of some great cultures, great programs, and obviously doing what you did this past year for Northeast. And I want to talk to fans, viewers about your accolades, about the numbers that you put up in a quick segment that I like to call Resume Rundown, where I'm going to show off a nice little graphic here, show off what you have been able to do so far. Started your career at Northwest Mississippi. We're not going to hold that against you because they are our rivals at
Yeah.
Northeast. Came
Yeah.
over to the good side, to the bright side in the Northeast Tigers, and where you were able to be an all-conference player, a big-time X factor for this offense, where you were near 1,000 total yards between your rushing and receiving yards overall in the season, helping this team to a top 5 passing offense in program history. I believe the second most receiving touchdowns in program history. You were a part of that with quite a few good highlights that we'll get into here in a little bit. But overall, just really able to be that big time factor for the offense that they could rely on for our offensive coordinator and head coach Greg Davis, who put their trust in you. And you were able to come in from Northwest, bring in that energy. You were always that energy guy, hyping people up, getting people ready to go. Talk to me real quick about this change for you because I know at Northwest you weren't really utilized a whole lot. You didn't get a whole lot of touches and opportunities. But at Northeast, obviously, you were one of those main guys. You were an all conference dude for us. Talk real quick about that change for you that really allowed you to take that next step.
What really allowed me to take that next step was first off, let me start out thanking God. He gave me another opportunity. Well, what really gave me like the real like go was Coach G. I ain't gonna lie, Coach Greg Davis. Yeah, Coach Greg Davis. He really gave me the opportunity. He put his trust in me because for one, he didn't have to do that, and then for another reason, like he didn't care what coaches had said about me. He didn't want to hear none of that. He just wanted to see it for himself.
Hey,
So I thank him. I really thank him for giving me an opportunity and letting me show him what I can do.
hey, Uncle G, man, Greg Davis. He's that guy. He's a great human being, great coach as well. I get to work with him on a daily basis, and trust me, he asks me for graphics on a daily basis as well. So it keeps me busy for sure. And you yourself being a newcomer for this team in 2025, for a team that returned a lot of players from the 2024 season, but you were able to come in and just it seemed like you were there from a year ago. You've always been a part of this program, it seemed like, even though you weren't there in 2024. So what was it that really allowed you to blend with the Tigers program from day one of getting here to where you could be able to really mesh well with these guys and be able to have that, that same kind of thinking when you guys were on the field?
I mean, what it really was, my homeboy from high school, he had brought me in. He told me like these guys good over here and everything, and the whole team. Like when I was like looking for a home, like everybody was texting me like, "Come here, Quay. Like we got you a place. We got you a place." So I knew like when I got there, like I knew it was gonna be like a home, like it was gonna be as a team, and like I really like appreciate Alfred, everybody, because nobody looked down on me just because where I came from, Northwest. They didn't look at none of that. They wasn't worried about none of that. They was worried about changing the Northeast culture, and like that's what I wanted to do with them.
Obviously, you were able to do that, and you put up some great numbers overall. Like I said before, nearly 1,000 yards total. You had 610 rushing yards, 330 receiving yards, 11 total touchdowns, 9 of them coming on the ground in the run game, 2 big-time receiving touchdowns against your former team in Northwest. I do want to add that on there. Against Itawamba, you had 102 rushing yards in that game with a big time score there. Southwest, second game of the season, 73 rushing yards with a pair of tutties there as well. And then going against Northwest, obviously those two receiving touchdowns. And I believe you had 111 receiving yards just in the receiving game alone there. And obviously had a couple more yards in the run game as well, knowing you. So you were able to do whatever you could to help this team out. And you were really that X factor for this team. How would you describe your impact on the offense to be able to put up the numbers that you did and help elevate the Northeast offense as a whole?
How do I put my impact on it? Well, like I said, it started with the coaches. The coaches putting their trust in me. So like once like I feel like I got a coach trust, I feel like I have to do something. Like I gotta make this work. I cannot let them down. And like that's when the dog in me came up out of me. So like that's when like I really like when I found out like I really had Coach G trust, Coach Campbell trust, and all like the rest of the coaching staff. I had Coach Cole trust. Once I had all they trust, like that's how I knew like I can be something different here. Like they trust me to do this and that. So I gotta do this and that.
Absolutely. And they trust you to make some big time plays and big time
Yeah.
moments. And you did exactly that. And I want to talk about some of them specifically in a segment that I like to call Make That Play. I know you've seen some of your other teammates do this segment here. And so you already know what we're about to get into. And that's your top three plays from this past season, in my opinion. I'm just a stats guy. I'm just a fan in the stands. You're the one on the field doing what you do best. So what would you say was your top play from this past season?
My top three players for this past season.
You can give three, one, whatever works for you.
Okay. My first one, Southwest run. Yeah, when I broke off like I don't know, I think like 3 4 tackles. My second is Northwest with the touchdown, the wheel, the receiver when they motioned and caught the wheel. My third one is East Mississippi. When I pointed at the camera. When I scored and pointed at the camera. That's my third one. Yeah.
Hey, that one was good. East Mississippi was at number four on my list. That was right underneath. The Southwest one and the Northwest one are on my list, but I'm going to get to the one real quick that was not on your list, and that's East Central. That's at number three. 10-yard rushing touchdown where you just showed that ferocity, that muscle that you got, and just rampaged through some people. Broke a few tackles, sliced right on through, and just trucked a dude at the front of the end zone to propel yourself in for a big time touchdown there. And I don't think that guy ever got back up. He's probably still laying on the ground. Number two, 52-yard receiving touchdown against Northwest, where, like you said, had a wheel route. Jeremiah Harrell, your high school teammate, he
Yeah,
was able
my
to
boy.
drop an absolute dime to you downfield, and you caught it down the sideline, split through a pair of defenders, breaking through a couple of tackles, and got into the end zone for a big time touchdown there. And then number one, yeah, the Southwest one. And you had lower numbers than I did because I counted at least five tackles just from when you ran over to the right side at first,
Yeah.
bounced off a couple of people. You just disappear when I was recording on the field there. I'm like, oh, I guess he went down. And all of a sudden you're running out to the left side. Broke
Yeah.
through a couple more tackles after that. So probably about seven tackles total you broke through. Hit a nice
Yeah.
little spin move. And then once again, bulldoze the dude to get into the end zone for a big time score against the Bears. So those three are what I have for your top three plays. But obviously, you made a whole lot more than just that. And I mentioned before, obviously, you were a big factor in the run game, but you were also a big factor as a receiver. I believe you were top three on the team in receiving yards, somewhere around there, and just always able to find a way to make an impact. Talk to me real quick about your versatility at that running back spot to also be able to be this great receiver for them as well, and how you would say that helped open up other routes for Makyree Jones, JT Beasley, and also help out Jeremiah at that quarterback position.
So as a defensive player, like defense, they don't respect running backs on the catching. Like on the catching part, they don't think running backs can catch. So like as like we was going to the season, Jern was like in this league, like they'll leave you open in the flats. Like they'll leave you open in the flats, bro. The flats gonna be open. Like we had this established before like the season even started, all that. We was like, bro, the flats be open. So like he was telling me, the coach was telling me, like, Quay, all you gotta do is get this deep and get here to get this to catch this ball and do this and that. And I was just listening, and I actually started doing it. Once I started doing it, like this how it is. Like if don't nobody show up that I have, if don't nobody show up, and I have to block them, I can go out for a route. So they wasn't sending no extra person. So like every time they wasn't sending no extra person, I can get out for a route. So like that's where like it opened up the offense. When I started catching the ball more at the backfield, that's when teams starting to like put a key on me every week and this and that. Like it was getting bad. It was getting bad. Like Holmes was like one of the worst games. Like Holmes had like a spy on me. Like that was like the worst game.
Yeah.
Holmes.
Oh, Holmes, trust me, we saw in person that they took you away early on.
Yeah, that took me
Uh,
away early on. Yeah,
Offense tried to
that's yeah,
respond best they could. And I mean, you guys were always able to put up points on the board. I will be
yeah.
honest there. This offense had 24 or more points in every game except for one this season. That was the Capella Lincoln game at the end of the year. Started the season off 3-0 for what ended up being a 5-4 overall record, 3-3 in conference action. But that's deceiving because East Mississippi was a one-score game. They were nationally ranked. Northwest Mississippi, your former team, that was a one-score game. You guys
It
were
just hurt. It just
it,
mistakes. The mistakes, just like the mistakes.
hey, you guys were right there, but showed people why you could be one of these elite level teams. And obviously, you guys have the talent to prove it because of all the Division One guys that you guys produce. We'll touch on that here in a moment. But talk to me real quick about this offense and how that those first couple of games going against East Central, Southwest, and Mississippi Delta at home, how that really helped set the tone for you guys to go off and compete with these top ranked teams like Northwest and East.
Well, how it set the tone when we played our first game. We was out there playing ball. We was like, man, like we could play some ball. Like we actually a team out here. Like when we play as a team, we are actually good. So like as the week was going on, after week one, after we put a good whipping on East Central, like we that's when we knew like we could be a team and we know how to play as a team. So the next week, after the next week, I mean, I ain't gonna say we had ups and downs, but we didn't play our best. We didn't play at our best, but like it was good enough to win the game. I'm not gonna lie, it was good enough to win. But then like as the season was going on, I think you want to say Mississippi Delta game? Mississippi Delta game, we played down to that level. Like that's when coach was like telling us like you can't play down to nobody level in this type of league because like anybody can lose. Like you can lose to anybody in like JUCO. You can't. So like that's when we figured out like we gotta keep our foot on like people's necks. Like we cannot let our foot up like off nobody. So like that's when like we finally have realized like we can compete with these boys. We can do this and that. And like every week, coach was telling us they think they're gonna beat us. They think they're gonna beat us just because the Northeast. But the whole time they weren't knowing like it was a different team. Like it was a different team this past year. It was a different team for sure. Like that was one of the different teams I'd have had in a minute. I can't lie. Like yeah,
Hey, I mean,
yeah,
you guys proved it week after week doing what you guys did. Southwest, that win was 35-21. Kahoma, you guys blew them out of the water 45-7. And I got to mention the ICC when they were top 15 in the country at the time. You
yeah,
went in their place, put your foot on the throat, just like you're talking about there. 41-14 win over your guys' rival in rivalry week. Had a whole lot of fun afterwards. Got to record you guys celebrating for sure. And
yeah.
this team overall for you guys, man, just talent after talent after talent. You yourself at East Texas A&M, Division One. Jeremiah Harrell, your brother from your high school days, he's at Texas Southern, Division One. The
Mm-hmm.
entire offensive line went D1, and quite a few receivers, JT Beasley and Makiri Jones, D1.
Yep.
I didn't even get to the defense. Basically, the entire defense went Division
Yeah.
One as well. You guys have 15 plus guys that were able to continue their careers at this high level. Talk to me real quick about the Northeast culture and what head coach Greg Davis and his staff were really able to help do for not just yourself, but this entire team to get you guys to that next level.
Man, Greg Davis, he's a great coach. Like I'm not gonna lie, like he treats you like a son. He look at everybody like a son. Like it ain't he don't got favoritism. Like he don't do none of that. He treat everybody like a son, and he tell you like what's meant for you is like it's really gonna be there. Like whatever meant for you is gonna happen no matter what. Like no matter what the outcome is, no matter what come. Like what's meant for you, you gonna be able to be able to do it. Like and he was telling us, he was like keep God first. That's the number one thing. Keep God first, because you nothing without Him. He was just telling us have faith, Have faith. And like Greg does, he great. Like long as you got the film and everything, he gonna tell the coaches like good stuff about you. He gonna push your name out there. He ain't the type to throw dirt on your name. No, none of that. He gonna keep it. He gonna keep it all the way real with the coaches now. He gonna tell them if you got a little flaws, and he gonna keep it real with them now. But like for the most part, like he gonna get you like where you want to be. I'm not gonna lie. He gonna get you where you want to be because I put my trust in him, and like he got me here. So like yeah, like
Hey, obviously the results show, and 15 plus players. I think you guys are actually around 18, maybe 19 now in Division One. I just found out Trevor Walton's at UAPB, so
yeah,
congratulations to him. Jameson Mosley's over there as well. And then, I mean, I could go on and on all day about the talent that you guys had. Got to shout out Alfred Washington and JT Fagan, two of the big men up front for you at the offensive line.
yeah. Shout out to them boys, man.
Illinois in the Big Ten, Marshall, great program in the Sun Belt. Both of those guys got bright futures, just like yourself. And what you're going to be able to do at East Texas A&M, I cannot wait to see it. It's going to be incredible. You were one of the most underrated running backs in JUCO, in my opinion. You should have had way more offers than you did. So I don't know what these coaches are doing, but you're going to prove them all wrong. Talking
Yeah,
real
for
quick
sure.
about East Texas A&M because they weren't the only school that offered you. You did manage to get a few more as well, but they stuck out to you as a program to where you could go make an immediate impact and do what you do best. What was it about them that really stuck out?
What was it about them that really stuck out was like they was for real about like me getting up here and changing like the culture up here. Cause like it was, I ain't gonna say it's the same thing at Northeast, but like up here, like people be like, oh, the football team, this and that, but like they don't know like what they got coming in this year. Like we gotta like they just brought like I want to say like 30, 40 JUCO guys in. That's like a whole like different team. Like so like up here, like they were telling me like they want me to come up here and change the culture. They only brought me in. They brought me in to do what I was doing in Northeast, running the ball out the backfield and catching the ball out the backfield. He told me I could be an every down back. And what stuck out me the most was like the coaches. Like the coaches, they treat you like a family up here. Like it's not no favoritism. Like I said, like it's like a family up here. Everybody a family.
Hey, there you go, man. Definitely can't wait to see what you do for this program, a program that is actually still fairly new to the Division One ranks. Just a couple years ago, they made the move up when they were called Texas A&M Commerce at the time, and now
Yep.
East Texas A&M. And so, definitely a fan of what they're going to be able to do, especially with you at that running back position. Hopefully, going off, getting all conference honors once again, and doing what you do at a high level. And I mentioned before. I've had a lot of your teammates on already. So you're probably not going to have a whole lot of people that you can shout out, but all of them shouted you out in this segment we're about to get into called Who's Up Next, where you get a chance to shout out some players that I can have on the podcast, get them on to talk about their seasons, their stories, their careers, just as you're doing now. So whether it's maybe a few more names from Northeast that you want to shout out, maybe some of your old teammates from Northwest, or even new guys at East Texas A&M, who would you say is next up on the Some Sports podcast?
Man, I would go and give it to Jaquan Morris, man, from Northwest Mississippi. He's my blood cousin. Like he's a real animal. Like, yeah, like he's a dog. And I want to see him up on this podcast. Like, I want to see him. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, there you go. Great name right there. Northwest obviously produces a whole lot of dogs, but I will say I'm in favor of Northeast, but I am biased.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
but that's a great name right there for who's up next. Now we got to talk about what's next for yourself. You're at East Texas A&M now. You're attacking this spring off season to where you can go into the 2026 season, help reset this culture, reestablish them, and show the Southland Conference, hey, we belong at the top tier. The Southland Conference had three teams in the FCS playoffs last year in Stephen F. Austin, Southeastern Louisiana, and Lamar. East Texas A&M is looking to take one of their spots and show people why the Southland Conference is one of the best. How are you really attacking this offseason to improve your game even further, whether it's running, receiving, doing whatever it is that you do? How are you looking to continue to improve?
Well, I've been lifting weights. Like I've really been want to put like on more pounds because like that's been my only like little downfall, like the weight. Like so, I'm 173 right now. My goal is to get 185 before this season start, so I can be able to move how I was still moving and like still be able to do more stuff like while I'm 185. That's my goal. And like I've been working on the bags. I've been going out there getting a little work in on my own and stuff. But like everything gonna come together. I just put my faith in God. I'm not gonna lie. I just keep God first. Put my work in. Long as you put hard work in, everything gonna pay off. Like I'm telling you, like it shows. It'll show. Hard work
Oh,
pays off. It'll show most
absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely. And I mean, at the weight that you were this past season, you were still carrying three guys on your back down the sideline.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still remember that again. It might have been against Northwest for all I know, but I mean, you did that multiple times throughout the season. You were carrying
yeah.
people just like you were able to do every single week, put up the numbers, and obviously not just showed what kind of player you are, but I got to see the type of person that you are this past season, being able to work with you guys firsthand. And I mean, moment I first met you, man, I knew this guy is going to be on my podcast. He has the right personality, the right energy, and I know the future is going to be bright for you, especially at the Division 1 level with the Lions. So cannot wait to see what you do in 2026. Going to be tuned in all year long. And if any NIL store has a jersey with the name Middlebrooks on the back of it, we're adding it to the collection. I'm sending it to you for an autograph, man. So
Yes, sir.
beyond blessed to finally get you on, man. Really wrapped up this Northeast group that I've had on this year on the podcast. And just like I said, man, thank you so much for hopping on. Can't wait to see what the future holds.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me over here, man. I really appreciate you, man, for doing this, man. Like this mean a lot. Like this show, like somebody watching. Like my mama always told me, somebody watching, son. Like if you don't think nobody watching, somebody's watching.
Hey, I can speak for the entire sports information department at Northeast. We were all watching you. We were all excited for you, and we thought you were underrated. Now you got an even bigger chip on your shoulder to show people why you're the best running back in FCS next season.
Yes, sir. And I will do.